Hey everybody, this is the Aggressively Medium podcast with Lee and Josh.
Episode 91.
91.
Hey, Josh.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, everybody else.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to the Aggressively Medium podcast, episode 91.
91. Where was I last week?
You were here. Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know.
This is the second time in a row you've been like, oh, who was last week?
2 weeks ago, I was in Charlotte.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago you were in Charlotte. Last week you were here.
Yep.
This week you are here.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week you'll be here.
Most likely.
Yeah. You all right out there?
Yeah.
So, how was your week?
Not bad. School started back today.
Yeah.
So
you had classes all day?
yeah, I had class. I was teaching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Physics.
Uh,
I'm a physics professor.
yeah, makes sense.
Can't even say it.
Can't even say it.
Nope. I'm feeding them little rich kids.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Money's being made. Have you actually had to work any on the truck yet?
No. Hopefully I never will.
Do you have any company secrets you want to
Don't start one.
tell us?
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Do you have any company secrets you want to tell us?
I think the secret's hard.
Huh?
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
Why?
Running your own business?
Running your own business. That's not a secret.
Oh, you thought it was hard, me coming up with a secret?
I don't know.
It's hard to talk about?
Hard to talk about. That's what I thought you were saying.
No, we're closing. It's hard to talk about.
Well, I've got some company secrets. So there's a Twitter account called UberFacts. They tweeted out and said, what company secrets can you reveal now that you don't work for the company anymore?
I hate that. I hate this.
Why?
Because it's all hip and fun to like say how gross fast food is and stuff. 'Cause
Oh,
I hate that.
It's nothing like that.
TikTok in the kitchen. I hate that. Hate it.
Well, in some cases, it ends up being like, hey, this guy needed to get found out that he was doing some gross stuff.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
this is different.
Yeah.
This isn't the thing you hate.
Okay. Good.
So the first one is, if you go to Home Depot and don't like the price of something, every employee can alter the price of any item up to $50 off without a manager approval.
Dang.
All you have to do is ask.
I doubt that. Or maybe that's the case, but I doubt.
I doubt they're just going around handing them out.
So you can haggle with people?
At the cash register?
You can haggle with Home Depot?
I doubt there's people just handing that stuff out,
No.
but maybe.
I'm not going to try it because I don't want to get laughed at Home Depot.
I kind of do want to just try it just a little bit.
Let me know.
Like, I feel like you'd have to buy something really expensive though.
Yeah.
Like if it was like $1,000 toolbox, you'd be like, "Can I get $50 off?" I'd be like, "Oh, whatever."
Yeah, $49.
Yeah, whatever.
What does it ping on your account? 51? We can do 50.
We can do 50. So this is another one. This is kind of a hack more than it is a company secret, but a Publix employee put me on this. Instead of buying pineapples chopped already, you can buy a whole pineapple, take it to the deli, and they'll cut it for you.
What?
Yeah, that's what this guy says.
What if you bring your own pineapple from home?
I guess they don't know. I mean,
Or I guess if
you're
it's
probably gonna have
before
to
you
check-
paid for it.
yeah.
So,
They would probably have to slap a sticker on the bag and be like, "This is a pineapple that you."
but
They're not just gonna hand it to you in your hand.
But what
back.
do you think the window for good pineapple is the 6 hours before they did the exact same thing you did? Like they walk over to the produce and get pineapple and cut it and put it in boxes.
Yeah, but if it's cheaper, it's cheaper.
Is it cheaper or
Yeah.
better?
To buy a pineapple whole? It's cheaper than buying the sliced pineapple.
Oh,
But I guess they don't upcharge you if you take it back there. And
I couldn't imagine handing something over the counter to get cut.
I've done it before. I think
With what?
pepperoni, a stick of pepperoni. I said, "Hey, can you run us to that slicer back there?"
Like you bought like a charcuterie Hillshire Farms?
Yeah, yeah. I said, "Hey, can you slice it up?"
Did they?
Yeah.
They charge you?
No.
Huh.
At Walmart, They pour bleach on any food they throw away so the homeless people can't eat it, which I'm sure that has stopped 0 homeless people.
No, it stops.
Not worried about a little bleach on my
No,
food.
they ain't eating bleach food.
When y'all rent an apartment, it only costs $3 to $5 to run your application. So these $100, $200 application admin fees is just for the company to steal money from you.
Sure.
Oh, and the apartment is not clean when you move in. Bleach that MFer down.
Yeah.
I could probably believe that.
Well, yeah. I don't know how much a background check costs, but it ain't $100.
It ain't $100, yeah. But I guess they're charging you for time.
They've figured out they can charge you places.
Yeah. Somewhere else.
Charge you. What are you not going to charge it? What are you not going to pay it? Go live somewhere else.
I know it costs $3. And then they'd be like, well, go find another apartment to rent.
Sure.
It'd be like, obviously, you're going to be a great tenant.
Yeah.
So just go on.
Yeah.
Find somewhere else to live.
Charge where you can. No, I don't mind it.
I haven't read this one until I'm just now reading it, so I don't know what it says.
Okay.
I did outreach for a health insurance company. We were told to tell members about our mental health benefit, but not really promote or help people access it because the company lost money when the people actually used the services.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
does
okay with
mental
that.
health cost more than, or they just can't get their money somehow?
Well, no, because I bet so it probably goes like this. Like, hey, I work for this company. They have a mental health add-on that's $15 a month.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go to a psychiatrist and then get prescription meds, it's a heck of a lot more than $15 a month.
Yeah.
But they just hope nobody uses it. It's the same with dental and vision.
Yeah.
You offer it and hope nobody uses it. But it's a perk to, right. It's a perk to offer it, but you hope nobody.
So this is an ex-housekeeper.
All right.
So we're talking about a hotel housekeeper. She says, never drink out of the glass cups.
Okay.
Your shower was wiped down with a used bath towel. Always wear shoes because guess what's hard to get out of carpet? Hair. Always check your sheets. Look for hair.
Would she work at a Motel 6?
Never eat the CB.
The complimentary breakfast?
Why? I don't know, but I eat it.
Yeah.
I budget that.
Maybe not eat it every day of your life at work.
Yeah. I mean, but I budget. Like when I'm thinking
You don't
about
like flipping
staying
that
somewhere.
waffle?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Cranking that
that
cereal?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, them waffles hit different though.
Yeah, they're great.
Those are probably some of the best waffles
Crank cereal's wonderful too.
Yeah. And I don't expect any different than you using a used bath towel to wipe my shower down.
I don't expect you down there with a toothbrush.
Yeah. I will never stay at a hotel again.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The ones that do clean them with a toothbrush, I can't afford.
Yeah,
So-
no. Them's
And if I'm making a hotel decision based off of how clean the shower is,
I've never used that as a decision making process. So I'm gonna tell you. Have you ever stayed in a sketchy motel before?
Yes.
What do you have any stories of like this is the sketchiest? Like I felt weirded out or I felt sketched out by this specific thing.
you remember when I had that stomach bug this time last year?
Yeah. And you stayed at a hotel.
I stayed at like a Motel 6.
Yeah.
And there were people outside my window talking in the middle of the night. I was up.
Yeah.
I bet they were probably wondering what was going on in my room.
Probably they were out there like, man, should we call the cops on this guy?
Somebody's hurt.
I've stayed in quite a few sketchy motels.
Yeah.
When I got married, I was no longer allowed to stay in sketchy motels.
Okay.
Meg will not let. Yeah.
No, good.
I never thought twice about hotels that had the door leading to the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's like one of Meg's like literally, I will not stay in one of those. That's what she says.
It's not ideal.
I don't have any problem with it. What's somebody all of a sudden Gonna bust in my hotel room?
Well, just think you could get run over while you're asleep. Somebody could peel in through the.
Somebody could do that. A freaking plane could crash on my hotel where I'm on the 15th floor.
True, but
The
Meg's not
sketchiest
wrong.
hotel I've ever stayed in was a Knights Inn.
KNIGHT.
Yeah. Outside of Conway, Arkansas. The entire room was bathroom tile, and there was a drain in the floor.
So you were at a meatpacking plant.
I'm just saying,
You slept in a slaughterhouse.
it's $25 a night. What do you expect? But
Yeah. Almost, that's like a real life Saw.
yeah. And half of me thinks like, oh yeah, that was pretty sketchy. But then the other half of me is like, man, that's pretty good. Like, that's an easy turnaround.
You know what?
Spray that mother down.
You know what I won't do?
what?
You know how like when you travel to Europe or other countries and they have hostels? I've never done it either, but have you ever heard of hostels
Yeah.
where just like communal sleeping?
I ain't doing that.
Uh-uh.
I don't see how people do it and can
You
sleep.
You want me to close my eyes in a room full of strangers?
Yeah.
You've lost
what kind of
your
people?
mind.
What kind of people are doing these these hostels too? People who are like off the radar. They're like, hey, I've been traveling for 16 years.
There are too many Natalie Holloway stories. Granted, you better pack a lunch if you think you're going to abduct me out of somewhere. But
Look.
you could stick me in the neck with a pocket knife just because you're
In your
crazy.
sleep, yeah.
Just because you're crazy.
Yeah, people have been on the road for 16 years traveling.
You had a
it's
bad-
like you got
yeah.
a freaking marriage that you beat the woman up till she was blue.
Your boyfriend in L.A. broke up with you and you go ballistic and claw my eyes out in my sleep.
Yeah,
Or I defend myself and now I'm like Amanda Knox.
it's a tale as old as time. Boy meets girl in a hostel, and one of them's done killed somebody already.
Yep. But Anna did it. When we first got married, she went to Europe with a friend for 3 weeks.
And she's alive still?
Yeah.
Are you
they
sure it was the
slept-
same person that came back?
I
I think what happened is somebody took her,
took her.
and then replaced her.
With what?
Another girl.
That's the same.
Look, they can do face swapping in third world countries. I don't know.
Face swapping.
Yeah, they rip somebody's face off and then put it on it and then
Well,
transplant
I think
it.
I'd tell. I could
I don't-
tell.
What are you doing?
I
when
don't
you
know,
drink over
man.
there?
I don't know.
So this is another hotel, the Radisson Hotel. Never heard of it.
I think they're nice.
Sounds nice. That I worked at doesn't wash the drinking glasses in the rooms. We use disinfectant spray in a rag right there in the room
Sure.
to clean the glasses.
Same.
We were warned ahead of time when there was an inspector coming, and I was instructed to lie about it by at least one person.
Been there, done that.
Cost savings, man.
Who haven't?
Yeah.
Who hadn't?
So what are you ragging on? The fact that we got disinfectant spray or that it wasn't cleaned properly? Because
Yeah.
I'm fine with
If a
disinfectant.
Clorox wipe don't do it,
Well, it
What,
gets
hot
rid of
water's gonna
COVID,
do?
don't it?
yeah.
Well, it ain't going to get rid of a little spit.
To say that, like, don't use a bleach rag,
Yeah.
run it through a bunch of hot water and soap. Like, or we could just run a Clorox wipe
Yeah.
over it.
Well, Clorox is bleach, ain't it?
Yeah.
Or is it Clorox?
It's Clorox.
Clorox is a brand name for bleach. Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah. MTV's Catfish,
Yep.
they already know who the catfish is before they start filming. More times than not, the catfish is actually the one who reaches out to the show.
That's not surprising. Because
Not at all.
They got to make it seem like it's a
Yeah. But how do
Private
you
detective.
how do you reach out to the
like, hey, I've been catfishing this person for 2 years.
Yeah.
Y'all want to come
But then
record it?
how does Catfish go about, like, do they just text some random guy and they're like, hey, have you been in a relationship where you haven't seen the person?
Well, he said most of them reach out to him.
Yeah, the catfish does.
Yeah.
But what about the person that they've been catfishing?
Well, they don't know they're being catfished.
I know they don't, but how do you reach out? The catfish calls catfish.
And then catfish
And then
calls
catfish,
the person.
Yeah, and they're like, hey.
You know your boyfriend?
Yeah. How
Chuck?
did you get this number?
It's a big woman.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the original Catfish movie?
The documentary
Yeah.
that he did? Yeah. You talking about
That's creepy.
nuts.
That's creepy.
Boy. There's millions of them out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Who hadn't been catfished once at least?
I don't know.
Have you?
No.
Oh. Yeah, me neither.
Did you? Have you been catfished?
Don't ever
been
buy
catfished?
hygiene or beauty products
If you
from
think
TJ
I'm just
Maxx.
gonna go to the next
80%
thing,
of it is used and or resealed.
okay.
Clothes and
So
worn
you've-
underwear too.
So you've been catfished.
Look,
Just
I'm just
answer the
reading the
question.
stuff off
Just
the
answer.
thing.
We don't have to talk about it this time because it'll take a whole episode to talk about it. But
I see.
so you got catfished.
I'm sure that I have, like in a small way. Like it was like, hey, somebody reaches out to you on a dating app or something.
Never had one.
Never. Well, you know relied on your charm and good looks, and I didn't have that,
Yeah.
so I had to
All right.
catfish other people.
Yeah.
That's how I'm in my marriage right now.
You coaxed her into
So this is not on the list.
it.
We were in the car the other day, driving down the road, and my wife said something about I was making a joke about my own looks,
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm a pile
My
of trash.
mustache is lopsided.
Yeah. Well, so this is what I was saying is I feel like people think I'm a creeper sometimes.
Definitely.
If I'm walking through a store
Certainly.
and I pass a person more than once, in my head I'm like,
You're
They're out.
watching them.
yeah, that they think I'm watching them.
Yeah.
When it's just I'm just aware of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Like I'm aware of the people that I cross because I don't want to be somebody else creeping
If
on me.
Jason walks in front of you for like 15, 20 steps, people are like, is he chasing it? Is he following
He
that little
chased
boy?
it. Yeah, he's kidnapped.
He's
him.
after that little boy.
But I was just saying how I felt like, the glasses, the mustache, probably frumpy looking, doesn't help myself. I am the poster child for every wanted poster of
yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
And she was like, well,
You don't
no.
look trustworthy, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. And she said, well, I didn't think that when I first saw you. I said, that's because you were desperate.
Hey, it's the last one off the ship, man.
Yeah. I said, what do you? She said, that's not true. She said, while we were talking, before we started dating, I was also talking to two other guys. I said, I'd hate to meet those guys, see what they look
That
like.
lost.
Yeah. They lost to me. Goodness gracious. I feel sorry for them fellas.
Man.
I hope it worked out for them.
Yeah. That's funny.
Speaking of doing a good deed,
I'm going to let you navigate this. I don't even know where you're at.
so there is
Is it the Christian?
huh?
Are you doing him? Did you bypass him?
Oh, we're not there yet.
Oh, goodness.
This is so Avent, who's a student loan processor, reaches a deal to cancel $1.7 billion in student loan debts. So I guess something. They faced two serious accusations. First, the company was accused of steering student borrowers into expensive forbearances instead of flexible income-driven repayment plans. Which is, if you're
You
dumb
signed
enough
it.
to sign it, then you're dumb enough to. So anyways, they reached the deal. And if you are an Avient student loan holder, you will have now. They dispersed all that money amongst all the borrowers. So you will be happy when you check your next statement that your debt will be minus $260 from whatever it was before.
Total. So like 2 weeks worth of payments.
Probably.
That's great. Thank you, Aiden.
How's that? That's hilarious to me. So they've got 350,000 borrowers.
I was about to say, you know what the saddest part is that 1 point whatever billion only divvied out 200
Yeah,
bucks.
1.7 billion was like, here's 250 bucks.
That's too many loans. That's too many.
And so it was 95 million of it is actually hitting borrowers. The rest of it was I guess, legal fees.
Yeah.
So that's good for everybody.
Or what if they're like, all right, we're going to absolve this X amount of debt. And then, like, if you look at the numbers, it's like people that died and haven't paid their loan.
Yeah,
So
like,
they're just
man,
like, we're just going to forgive. We're going to help y'all out and forgive all of our negatives.
Yeah. Congratulations, Betty White. You don't have to pay back your student loan anymore.
Gosh.
That's good. So, all you people out there, it is the saddest part that $1.9 billion,
only divided out. It only spread out to
and that's one loan servicer.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about everybody. Frick.
Yeah, that's not even the federal one.
No, the federal one's that's way up there. Jeez, I'm glad I ain't got to pay none of that. Well, I'm glad I'm done paying my wife's got student debt.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
Right.
I'm glad there's only one of us.
Yeah.
I wish it was neither of us, but
You'll get there.
we'll see.
Make it a priority. Make it a priority.
We'll see.
All right.
So you had a funny TikTok.
I don't ever have TikToks.
You just showed me one.
Who did?
You did earlier
About what?
about the African guy.
Oh, yeah. You want to watch it?
Can you access it easily, or we just need to go right into it?
No, it's on Instagram. I can find
Oh, it was on Instagram.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even have a TikTok. I
Instagram.
don't know how to navigate Instagram. What in the world? Well, son of a...
Well,
Never mind.
we can talk about this. So, I showed you this guy. So I'm on TikTok, and I never, ever, ever, ever.
Oh, I've got it.
All right, go ahead and show it. You're going to have to send it to me.
All right. How do I do it? Do I just... Because you're going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, it's Pastor George in Nigeria sending a very special message to Tennessee, specifically to Courage and Grace High School students. CAGA, we can't wait to see you in Niger. We know your Instagrams. We love pictures of you with our dirtiest kids. And don't worry, our church ladies won't cook too much since we know you will only eat the Cliff Bars you packed anyway. Come serve the Lord by painting nursery walls that have been painted 129 times in 3 years. Welcome to the only third world country you'll ever visit. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey. It's true.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to the third world country. I've always thought that about like the painting the walls.
Yeah.
It's like, how many groups come through here and paint the same wall 15,000 times?
Or you can have the pessimistic view that I had for a minute when we went to Nicaragua. Exact thing.
Yeah.
And it was, hey, we need y'all to put up cross beams on the roof of this building. That's what we did.
As college kids,
Yeah.
did any of you have carpentry experience?
There might have been an adult or
You
two.
built a birdhouse when you were in shop one year?
With them. Like
Yeah.
their people directed us, but we were up on scaffolding with
Maybe-
big old cross beams.
Maybe we should hire professionals. Maybe our money is best served.
Y'all want me to play soccer with 100 kids in this field?
I can do that, yeah.
You want me? I had a cross brace stand. My thing was to hold it a foot below until we were ready for it. That was my whole job.
Yeah. Well,
Standing on a scaffolding.
you wouldn't want your job to be like getting the battens down or whatever, right? I mean, at least it was a little bit easier.
Yeah. But I'd love to have painted a nursery. We did paint too. We painted the church, but we put up freaking the roof.
That's the going places like that.
Yeah.
And let's just do this one thing. If you were like building a well,
Yeah.
oh, these people need a well. They don't have access to water. They got to walk 30
needed
miles in
cross
two
beams.
directions. And
Well, they did.
I'm just saying.
You don't need any cross beams?
No, I don't.
You do, we're under them.
Oh, well, I don't need them anymore. I've got them
They
now.
don't either now.
Well, anyways,
Oh, it was sketchy.
that's what I'm getting at. He's trying to defend yourself.
And the church lady thing.
Oh yeah,
That's
we're not
where-
going to eat too much. We're not going to cook too much food.
We all got belly worms from it.
Oh yeah.
from eating church lady tuna, back alley tuna.
Look, where were you at? Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. It's in Central America.
Where they got a Walmart around?
No.
Where'd they get the tuna from? Was it flew in on a plane and
They ain't no tuna
airdropped
in
it?
their rivers.
That's what I'm saying.
From the coast?
No wonder you got.
Oh, yeah, we got belly worms. But yeah, so the going phrase for that is long-term mission trips are for the people going on the trip. Or for the people in that area. Short-term mission trips are for the people going on the mission trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's, man, you're struggling over there.
That was a bad one.
Yeah. You ever heard of mission trip love? It's a real thing.
Oh, yeah. Where you fall in love on a mission trip? I have always told people, see, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you better go on that dang mission trip.
With them.
I don't care what it costs
Because you're going to be gone.
You ain't going to be around no more after the mission trip.
Hey,
this guy ain't
there's
fired
magic
up.
in there on a
This
mission
guy ain't
trip.
as fired up as this other, little teenage
It's
boy.
hot,
Yeah.
struggling.
Hot.
You grow to get, well, it's hot in Nicaragua.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
You're complimenting him, I thought.
No,
He's
no,
hot.
No. The situation, it's hot,
We need to talk about some things.
It's
You
hot.
might need to go back on a mission trip.
dirty. No, I can't leave the country again. Only for pleasure.
Only for pleasure.
Yeah,
Mexico. That's
No.
about as far as it goes.
No.
I'm just saying Mexico's nice.
If you go to the white part,
Well, yeah. Where you gonna go?
it's a big country.
Where you gonna go?
You're a sellout.
What do I care?
You
I'm
need to go
safe,
you
ain't
need
I?
to go to Central Mexico.
I'm gonna end up on Sicario 3 when they make that. They're gonna show a bunch of American tourists hanging from a bridge. It ain't gonna be this guy. Telling you right now. Anyways, so I've got a TikTok. I never ever comment on TikToks.
Good.
Except for last
this
night.
one.
Yeah, because this guy just fired me up. He did.
Did you have a little liquid courage in you last night?
I might have.
Yeah.
If you wanted to see what 60,000 Gen Z world changers look like,
So, quite a few years back, I remember Hillsong United came to my town, and they packed out the arena, sold out show, amazing, raised hands and everything, feeling great. Then I remember walking back to my car after I was downtown, and homeless people were around as they usually do after those shows filter out, asking for money. And I remember darting out of the way and avoiding them and trying to get to my car as fast as I could. You're not changing anything. Look at how Jesus changed the world. It wasn't at a concert. It was through the love and care of others. Y'all specifically spent money and traveled across the country to not do that. You spent time and money to not change the world. This isn't what discipleship looks like. This is what consumerism looks like. I'm very glad I'm not a part of it anymore.
So Daffy Duck doesn't like passion. Is that what we're going?
Is
that what that got?
So here's what I had a problem with. Okay, bash Christians all you want.
Sure.
We're supposed to be persecuted. It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
We are going to come against persecution.
Yeah.
Here's where I have a problem is you said, speaking in his voice, I went to a concert.
Yeah.
And then when I left,
I ran to my car as fast as I could.
I chose not to do that. Christians, you're not changing
Y'all.
anything. That was you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're sitting there complaining about a system
Yeah.
that you were the one that did it.
He paid for the concert.
Yeah. He paid to go to a concert
Yeah.
and paid to not help people.
Yeah. And then ran to his car as fast as he
Yeah.
could.
Ran to his car as fast as he could.
Pointing at people running to their cars as fast as they could.
I don't
Talking
even know
about
if
how
he
bad
did
it
that.
is. Well, that's what he's saying.
No, he was just saying he did it. He never said, I saw all the other Christians. He's just saying, I remember.
Y'all didn't
darting to my-"
specifically change my life, so it's all a sham.
Yeah, that's not discipleship. It's like, dude, who said that going to a concert was
Yeah.
discipleship?
Was it a discipleship concert?
Was it D Now?
Yeah.
Discipleship Now? Because if that's true, then
Yeah.
yeah, sure. But no,
Yeah.
Hillsong came and did a concert. It's your. So you should be doing so. Like, if a homeless guy is asking you for money and you don't give him money, that's on you.
Well, that's all. Depends on the homeless guy and the situation.
It's not on you if you not.
What do you mean on you?
It's on you that you didn't give him money.
Like it's a bad thing?
If he's saying it's a bad thing,
well,
I'm
yeah.
not the one saying it's a bad thing. He is.
Yeah.
But he's saying it's a bad thing that he didn't help this homeless guy.
But even if he saw somebody do it, he would then just say like, giving somebody $5 isn't what Jesus would have done.
Oh, he's gonna have something to say for everything.
He's got to.
Yeah. I think we talked about this guy on the podcast before, maybe even shown a video or two.
Yeah.
But like,
we did one recent where it was the worship thing, and they're like, y'all aren't doing enough.
Guy.
It was a different guy.
It was a different guy.
So there's plenty of these guys.
Oh, there's plenty of these guys. And I follow this guy just because I'm like interested in all the stuff that he's like. Because some of the stuff, okay, you bring up a good point. Let me go back and figure out in my faith where I'm lacking or can find something. But like, dude, you're talking about you.
Yeah.
And your problem, and you didn't do it. How are you going to say all these people aren't changing lives? A concert, sure. A concert is for the enjoyment of the people there. That's what a concert is, big boy.
Yeah, I agree. It's stupid.
He is not. I don't know. He's deconstructed his faith, which is fine. Deconstruct your faith.
Yeah.
Do the deconstruction if you need to.
Seems like you might, because
yeah, you weren't very solid to begin with.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think those type of people, like, you got your own thing going on.
Yeah,
you don't need to push that on other people.
Yeah. Do you ever watch What Do You Meme? The guy on YouTube?
Nuh-uh.
He's got some good ones.
Like some deconstruction stuff, or
yeah, he just talks about current stuff going on. Like he has a video talking about Elon Musk in that interview.
Oh, the Babylon Bee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He talks about that video, and he's got some good ones. We've watched some of his stuff before.
The What Do You Meme guy?
Yeah. It's that guy. Maybe not. I watch.
That's your other
stuff.
guy that you do a podcast with. That you guys talk about him. I don't talk about him.
Yeah.
So in other news, things that'll fire you up. California, who's supposed to be the greenest state in the world, now has decided that if you use solar panels on your roof, you now have to be taxed.
Because wasn't it used to be that they'd pay you to use solar panels?
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to pay taxes.
You can sell back power to the grid and receive credit on your bill, but I'm sure that's not. I'm sure that's not untaxed dollars.
Well,
as
it's taxed now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy that, like, okay,
it ain't about anything but money.
Yeah.
That's all. It's
oh yeah, for sure.
To think anything's not is somewhat ignorant.
Elon Musk tweeted at him and said, "Bizarre anti-environment move by the government of California." He's on a hate train.
Yeah.
Of California right now because
it was so bad he left.
Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. He dipped out.
Did he go to Austin too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He sold all of his houses.
But have you seen the I think it was Abbott, the governor of Texas, that when articles started getting posted about like people moving in mass out of California and New York, and Greg Abbott, it might have been DeSantis too in Florida, were like, hey, y'all might come down here, but don't bring your crap with you. We're not.
Yeah, we watched the TikTok on the show.
Did we?
Yeah, about that. But yeah, you're gonna change.
It's like, yeah, because that's a fear of like conservatives is that okay? So California is as blue as it gets.
Yeah,
it's bluer than Texas is red. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So even if a lot of people leave California, it's going to stay blue and
But
it'll
Texas will
purple
start.
Texas. And
Yeah.
the same with Florida and other states.
Have you seen all the outrage that people are up in arms right now about Biden and essentially there's a lot of pundits out there that are saying if Biden and his regime don't do anything to cancel student debt, there's no possible way that Democrats get reelected.
Good.
Because that was his like big dog thing.
Yeah. And people can only care about pronouns for so long. It gets back to money.
Yeah.
And so
what can you do
what can you do for my
bottom dollar?
checking account? And if that's nothing, but now you can't say homo in public,
Yeah.
I need something better.
Yeah. It's I think they're shooting themselves in the foot with some of these proposals.
Yeah.
And then when they can't deliver, it's like, well,
It looks like you don't know what you're doing.
yeah. Well,
And he doesn't.
I saw a funny TikTok this week that was like, it was like Biden, and it was like, we got to do something about this student debt. And everybody's like, yeah, you do. And then he was like, yeah, I agree, it's bad.
Yeah.
And they're like, but you're the guy. Oh, no, it couldn't be me.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy. Like, you need to do something about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something needs to be done for sure.
We got to do something.
Yeah, we got to do something.
Y'all are hurting.
Like, who's this we?
Yeah. Oh, I saw today that Congress beat the S&P 500 this year
Oh, really?
by like well above the average, like
Yeah.
the S&P average.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
But you can't do that.
If you're, yeah.
It's illegal.
Well, did you see Nancy Pelosi? Somebody calling her
She's
about
in the middle of it.
somebody
She's the biggest one.
in an interview was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "I think it's a free trade system, and everybody should be able to do whatever they want." It's like, well, yeah, sure.
Just buy stocks that Nancy buys.
I haven't kept up with this TikTok account, but
It's public record.
yeah, all that stuff's public record. But there was a TikTok account that was going through, and they were going to buy all the stocks that they saw Pelosi buy. And I haven't kept up with it. I need to go back and check it.
They're
but-
probably rich.
Oh yeah, probably stop doing TikTok.
Yeah.
They're like, what do I need to keep up
They've
with this
got a
for?
whole team to.
Yeah. So we did this a while back,
All right.
and it was a really fun one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna pull my notes up.
Yeah. And it was name 3 movies that don't exist.
Yep.
And I always thought and if you guys have any out there that you want to throw at us for a fun little, like, you call out a movie and then we come up with
Yep.
the title or the actors and all that stuff.
Yep.
Which, I mean, if you want to do all that yourself too, then just send it to us. You can Instagram. I think that's the only thing that we're on.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Or you can text us or voicemail or send us a video at 205-523-5934.
You haven't done that in a
I have
long
not.
time.
That's why I thought about it, and I was like, I need to do that. But yeah. So Lee,
I got 3 right here.
well, let's hear it.
1, off the top, stop everything else. Do a Balto remake. But with like the animals that look like real animals.
Oh, like CGI?
Like the Lion King and all those movies they've done where
Yeah.
but do it Balto.
I'd watch it.
It could even be a shot for shot of the animated one.
yeah.
You don't even have to change anything.
I'll tell you what. So this is a little off topic.
All right.
They re-released Lion King,
Yeah.
like the original,
Yeah.
in theaters. This was like 8 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, might as well.
What, so did 10 million other people?
We went and watched it. Fantastic movie.
Oh, yeah. We watch it.
Fantastic
We watch
movie.
it every 3 days. It's on Lana's rotation right now.
Well,
Great.
but as an adult, you probably wouldn't have thought, like, I need
it
to go
holds
back
up.
and watch.
Oh, it holds up.
Oh, it definitely does. I'm not.
I don't like the new one.
The CGI one.
Yeah.
I'm just not big on some of the CGI stuff.
Yeah. But I'd probably watch a Balto remake.
Yeah.
A Brave Husky? Saving Nome, Alaska?
He's actually a golden retriever
That's not
in
true.
real life.
That's false. I don't know much about
Yeah.
it, but that ain't right.
Who would you like to play
The dog?
No, no, not the dog. The main guy, the musher.
He didn't have a musher. He did it alone. His musher fell off.
Yeah, his musher fell off, but he
So it's a
went and
no-name-
saved.
So
He saved his musher too.
it's just some.
Okay,
It's some Native
Andrew
American.
Garfield.
No, it's got to be some Inuit.
Why?
Because it's in Alaska.
That's racist.
That's factual. That's the way you do it.
Okay.
That's my first one. CGI. Oh, yeah, CGI remake shot for shot of Balto. Number 2. Now these are movies
Yeah.
that so is Balto remake, but so the title, or I'll give you the premise and we'll hit the title.
Can Balto be delivering the COVID vaccine?
It's for smallpox, I believe, or
Yeah,
measles.
but can he be doing?
No?
because this is a pandemic.
We're staying out of pop culture. Nope. It's got to be shot for shot.
Look, whatever you say, dude.
Yeah. It's my movie I made up. Kind of. It's a remake. But, all right. It's a father-son heart transplant.
The
But
father
the
has
father's
to.
not dead. It's
Yeah.
the son can't wait any longer.
Oh, so John Q.
Close, but not with Denzel.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Just make it with white folks. I'm just kidding. But yeah, John Q's great.
Yeah, because it was the same. That's the
It's the
same
same
premise.
thing. But he doesn't have to give it. This one he gives it.
But didn't he give it?
No, he was going to, but they found a heart just in time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
And he's not gonna take over the ER with a pistol and need SWAT called in. It'll be it'll be more tearjerkery, not as
Like Twilight.
sure without vampires. Maybe a werewolf.
Maybe a werewolf.
Maybe.
Maybe a werewolf. So who's
But-
playing? And what's the title of your movie?
If all else fails.
If all else fails,
Hey.
you can take my heart, son.
Hey.
If all else
If
fails,
all else fails. So I think Wahlberg plays the dad.
he'd be a good dad.
And the son,
Macaulay Culkin.
12 years. No. Who? No. He's like 13.
Yeah.
No. If we could go back, we could do it with Macaulay Culkin.
And Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. They're probably like the
They're
same
probably
age.
similar
That's
age,
gross. Yeah. No. So like some up and coming 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If all else fails.
Yeah.
The mom's already dead.
Yeah.
And so it's the
yeah.
only son and the dad.
So what does the son do after his dad's dead?
You're alive, figure it out. I hadn't got that far.
That'll be
The
second
movie's
movie.
just about the heart
Yeah,
transplant.
that'll be the second movie.
He grows up
where-
to be a heart surgeon.
He has to go to foster care.
No, he goes and lives with his
Both
rich
of his
aunt and uncle.
parents are dead.
He goes and lives with his rich grandparents, and then becomes a heart surgeon.
That's good.
But
I'm
that's
glad.
just the last 30 seconds where it tells you he
it's
grew
like,
up.
Oh, it's not going to be like a fast forward scene, and it'll be like paging Doctor Heart Transplant Kid.
Nah. No. It'll just be quick at the end. Because I want all the drama
In the middle.
in that like 72-hour period.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
that will be good.
Yeah.
All right, what's your third
I
one?
forgot all about John Q. So there you go. It's a great movie.
It's a great, fantastic movie.
All right.
I almost watched it the other day. Megan's
It's
never
good.
seen it.
So, have you watched 12 Angry Men yet?
Oh yeah, I watched it the
No,
other
you
night.
didn't.
I did.
You liar. Because you told me you watched it because it's great. Okay. So, have you seen its own, like, if you watch Grey's Anatomy or House or stuff, like an episode will have this injury in it
Mm-hmm.
where you injure your frontal lobe and your filter goes away.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just say whatever pops into your head. And it's called Let Me Be Frank. And
the
his
guy's
name's
name's
Frank. Definitely. But he's like the 35-year-old son that still lives with the parents. But he's
Did he get into the accident?
it was a car accident
But when did he get into the car accident?
years ago.
So he
He's
had to
recovered.
be
He's
with his parents.
yeah, because he just any job he has, he calls his boss an idiot
Yeah.
or so he has. to
Is he
live on.
really smart though?
No, but he's funny.
Okay.
And
He's witty.
you know how many like jokey things you could do with a sarcastic brother with no filter?
Yeah.
And like going out to dinner is a whole funny scene.
Yeah.
So it's like a heartwarming comedy.
Okay.
And I think Jack Black is Frank. Or Zach Galifianakis.
Either one would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one of those serious roles, but they're funny. It's not a silly role.
Yeah. Those always turn out well for the comedic actor.
Paul Rudd's in the family somehow.
He's a brother.
I like, or he might be the brother-in-law to the sister of Zach Galifianakis. I've changed it to Zach. Sorry, Jack Black, but
He didn't make the cut.
yeah, Galifianakis.
Okay. It was Let Me Be Frank.
Let Me Be Frank
If All Else Fails.
and Balto remake.
So I'm going to throw one out there. I'm going to see what you got.
All right,
Let It Be.
Let It Be.
Let It Be. That's a tough one.
I'm on a serious kick right here.
Okay.
This is not going to be funny.
Okay.
Let It Be. Couple.
Mm-hmm.
They're in their late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
So they're young professionals.
Like us.
Yep. But they're just dating. But they've been dating for years. They live together, serious relationship, but they're not married. The guy notices, I don't know if this will be good. Something's up.
Uh-huh.
She's met some guy.
Uh,
And then the whole movie is back and forth of him trying to decide to keep her or let it be.
like letting her go, let it be.
Yeah.
So here's
What did you have?
here's
Something
mine.
completely
No.
different?
This is me like going off the top of my
All right.
head.
I wonder if this is how writers do it.
They just sit in a room and they're like, hey,
I know they sit
hey,
in rooms.
Yeah.
They always talk about sitting in a room.
That's true. That's true. So going off of what you're saying,
All right.
it's a man and a wife though.
Okay, man. Okay.
Man and a wife. And they are he starts noticing that something's wrong with her.
You're just copying me.
No.
Oh, she's ill.
And
And he doesn't give her a transplant.
he's trying to figure out what's going on with her.
Okay.
And he's trying to figure out, because she doesn't want to go to the hospital, she doesn't want to go to the doctor,
All right.
to see if he needs to take her to the hospital or let it be. And through the whole movie, it's this back and forth, and she's doing crazy stuff all the time. Like she's
Like devil crazy?
no.
Okay.
No. It's not a Malagant. The movie Malagant.
Oh, Maligan. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's trying to, and she's doing crazy stuff. Like he like finds her out in the front yard one day, curling her hair.
All right.
And he's
with
like,
a stick.
With a stick. And he's like, hey,
So she's psychotic.
she's going there.
Borderline personality. She's going nuts.
So what he decides to do is let's do a road trip.
Okay.
We're going to road trip across the country.
All right.
And at the end of it, I'm going to sit here and like study you the whole time. Not study, but like watch.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to watch you the whole time. And then at the end,
Observe.
I'm going to, by the end of this trip, I should have figured out if you are of right mind
Okay.
or if you're not. Because, the daily grind of things, you can't really,
Right.
like I've been at work for 8 hours
Yep.
and she's been,
We got to take some time off so I can observe you. All right.
and so the whole time he's trying to figure out, do I need to take her to the hospital? Do I need, this, that? There's one like pivotal scene where all of a sudden something drastic happens and like the cops show up and they're like, well, she's got a gun. And he's like, it's just an airsoft gun or
Specifically like that.
yeah, like she's got a gun. He's like, no. And then they're like, you guys need to get this in check.
Gotcha.
Like just stuff like that. So they're going from Atlanta to Los Angeles, where her family's from.
Dang.
When they get to Los Angeles, he says, we gotta do this we got to do something about this.
All right.
So he takes her to a specialist in Los Angeles.
Uh,
She has stage 4 brain cancer.
uh,
He's did nothing. And he asked the doctor, he says, what do we need to do? Do we need to operate? Do we need to do this? Do we need to do that? And the doctor's like, there's nothing you can do. You just got to let it be.
let it be.
Black.
I like it. Let it be.
Yeah.
You want to hear a twist ending on it? Yeah. They get to California,
Uh-huh.
knock on the door. They open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, who are you?
Ooh. Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, man.
And then that's it.
Black.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you? Hey.
You were in pictures with this woman.
Or in Atlanta, before the road trip, well, before all this happened.
Yeah. Kristen Bell's playing the woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Her unknown, crazy, identical twin sister
Oh, takes over her
kills her
life.
sister and just. But then the husband's like, "You're acting weird."
Yeah. And she's like, what are you talking about?
But as you
she's like,
go, you see there's like the trunk of her car is full of like files on her
Blood.
sister. She's trying to learn how to be exactly like her sister. She's always emulated her,
Yeah.
and she went crazy. And now, how do I emulate my sister? I become
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She becomes her.
And then
That's
when
the
they
next-
show up in LA, they're like, oh, hey, Sammy. And the girl's name's like Emily. And they're like, Sammy, it's good to see you. And he's like,
Yeah.
what?
Or they go to knock the door, and it's like her people, and they kill him.
Or they open the door
And they
and
start
his real wife is standing there.
I don't know how that would make sense, but
She was in on it all along.
or they open the door and start spouting out 31 facts for a fact-starved brain.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
What would those be?
So if you had to figure out, hey, so we're probably not going to go through all 31
That's
because
fine.
31's a lot. Some of these are blackface is still a thing in the movie stunt industry. Apparently, there's not enough
Black
stuntmen.
So they'll paint up a guy?
They'll paint up a guy. Weed boomed during the lockdown.
Of course it did.
States where pot is legal saw sales skyrocket in 2020. And more people started growing their own weed as well.
Yep.
I
believe it.
All of the Tabasco sauce
Yep.
in the world is made in one factory,
Where?
Louisiana.
Dang. It's a big factory.
It is.
Because there's Tabasco everywhere.
So about 700,000 bottles of the hot stuff are sold every single day, and all of them come from this one factory in Avery Island, Louisiana. Seeds are shipped from two other countries to grow the peppers, which are then hauled all the way back to Louisiana and turned into sauce.
Man.
Jesus is buried in Japan, or so some Japanese believe.
Huh.
According to local legend, the village of Shingdo, Jesus didn't die on a cross. He schlepped over to Japan instead, where he got married, had a bunch of kids, died at the ripe old age of 106.
Huh.
If you ever visit Shingdo, you can visit his burial site.
So it wasn't all about discipleship.
He was
Discipling somebody.
He was discipling somebody.
Too big of a word.
Tom Holland learned on social media that he was Spider-Man. So they were trying to, nobody told him.
That's funny.
And then
He is Spider-Man.
he's Spider-Man. Yeah. Let's see. What's another one? Being a hardcore fan can be bad for your self-esteem.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with being a fan without about being a fan of something, it can be for you in moderation. If fandom becomes too large a part of your identity, your sense of self-worth will take a hit when your heroes release a bad album, make a sucky movie, or lose a big game.
Yep. That's called putting your priorities in the wrong place. That's tale as old as time.
Yeah. A bootleg version of The Karate Kid was filmed by the same crew.
What?
Before shooting The Karate Kid, director John Alvestead shot a rehearsal version of the entire film using a camcorder. The thing looks like a cheap fan remake, somehow featuring the original cast. You can actually watch it on YouTube. HBO's first original programming was Polka. Back when it was a regional TV provider that only broadcast movies 9 hours a day, HBO's first flexed their production muscles by broadcasting the Pennsylvania Polka Festival in 1973.
Dang. Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. A bear almost got an Oscar nomination.
Huh.
Bart the Bear was in several high-profile movies, including the 1988's The Bear. The French movie was such a worldwide hit that there was a campaign to nominate Bart for an Oscar. Unfortunately, the Academy said no.
Put a stop to it?
Yeah, stating that animals weren't eligible.
Good call.
Safety glass was born from an accident.
Of course.
One day in 1903, French polymath Edward Benedictus accidentally knocked over a glass flask in his lab, but the flask didn't break into pieces. Benedictus remembered that there were plastic cellulose nitrate earlier in the flask, which had created this bonding effect after drying. Let's see. Pitbull
Yep. Mr.
Has-
Worldwide.
trademarked his yell. So you can't-
Yo.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yo.
Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Why not?
The NYPD
Yep.
employs beekeepers. Bees can't break the law, but as many New Yorkers keep bees on their rooftops, the little buzzards often swarm and cause trouble. When that happens, the police will send in one of their beekeeper cops, not to shoot at the bees, but to remove the swarm.
Huh.
What's this? The NRA used to be pro-gun control. Only in the 1970s did the NRA become the advocate for gun rights we know today. For much of their history, they were held the opposite view and pushed for stricter gun regulations.
Find that hard to believe.
Except that this was in part to keep guns off the hands of black activists like the Black Panthers in the 60s.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
the Crips began as a neighborhood watch.
Hey.
According to Stanley Tukey Williams, he started recruiting other boys to form a watch instead of a watch against the street gangs that troubled South Central Los Angeles.
The Bloods.
Eventually, Tukey's group gained strength and became the Crips, one of the largest gangs in the world themselves. Oops.
Do you know what their colors are?
Blue.
And
Well, the Crips.
yeah,
Crips are blue. Bloods are red.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Astronauts keep losing their fingernails. The fingertips of astronauts' pressurized gloves are hard as thimbles and the contact can cause pain in a condition called fingernail delamination. Essentially, your nails detach from their nail beds. Yeah.
Well, my nightmare.
That's our time.
That's our time, guys.
We're right at an hour.
Episode 91.
Yep. We'll be here next week.
Yep. Would you take $91 million
Yeah.
if you had to put a nail under your big toe and kick the
Yeah.
wall?
Sure. I'll get over that.
You
I
think?
can't get over not having $91
What about
million.
$91,000?
Yeah.
What about $9,100?
No.
So there's your limit.
There it is.
And on that note,
Yeah.
thank you for letting us in your hearts and minds and your homes.
And your butts.